What's up, YouTube? It is Dale the Legend back again. That's right. Posting consistently every day, you know what I'm saying? And today's video is about getting back on track for real, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so I want to let you know that when you start your self-improvement journey, you know, or when you're still in those beginning stages, you know, when you're like, alright, I realize my life sucks, right? And I gotta cut down on these bad habits and I gotta start doing these good habits. When you're in that stage, you know, you're trying to work on your mental health and get into the groove of things, you know, that beginning stage, you know, you're pretty young and, you know, maybe you're out of college, maybe you're in college, maybe you're in high school, you know what I mean? It's gonna be tough, all right? When you first start self-improvement, it's just gonna be tough because what you know, you have who you are, right? You're this person who plays video games all the time or is addicted to social media or stuff like that, right? So it's going to be hard to kind of break out of that, you know what I mean? You're going to be kind of like swimming upstream, you know what I mean? It's not natural for you to be productive, you know, it's going to be very difficult. So what's going to happen to you is you're going to get on your grind, you're going to watch some motivational videos, you know, watch some Hamza videos or David Goggins or all these guys, right? And you're like, man, I'm going to do all this, I'm going to do, you know, watch Andrew Tate, I'm going to do 200 push-ups, right? Boom, you go do that, right? And then you did it, you know what I mean? You went to the gym for like 5 hours, you know what I'm saying? You got to get a great workout in, or you sat down, you had a mad productive day, and then you come back the next day and you're like, dang, I got to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy, you know what I mean? And then, you know, you have this super productive day, maybe you do a dopamine detox, whatever, you get all these things done, and the next day comes, and then, you know, you fall off. Or maybe it's a couple days in, and then you fall off, right? Or maybe it's a week in, and then you fall off, and you're like, man, what's going on? You know, I was doing so good. Why'd I stop? You know, this is the right path. You know, I was watching these videos. You know, I know that this is good for me. It's good for me to do all these good habits and quit these bad habits. What's the problem? You know, is there something wrong with me? Am I just stuck? You know what I mean? And then what happens is you get into this, like, you start beating yourself up. You know what I mean? You start to see yourself in a certain way. Like, man, why can't I do this? You know, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? And if you think like this and you say to yourself, I'm a failure, I'm a loser, and you're actually just reinforcing your state, right? Because what's really happening is, like I said before, you're this person who does these video games and stuff like that and these bad habits, and that's who you are, right? So it's kind of hard to get over to these good habits. So there's definitely going to be some resistance when you start doing it. So when you come across that resistance and when you fall off your habits, instead of saying, man, I can't do this, man, I'm a failure, man, oh my gosh, man, I keep trying, but I can't succeed. What's wrong with me? What am I missing? When you say that, you're just going to stay the same. You're going to reinforce your mindset of you being a loser. What you should be doing is you should be saying, you know what? I failed. I fell off my habits, but you know what? I'm going to do better next time. Tomorrow, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do better. Or you say, you know what? I wasted this whole day, but you know what? You know, maybe you gotta be honest, you know, like, man, I kind of was being a bit of a Jeffrey, you know, like Hamza. I was being a bit of a Jeffrey today, but you know what? I'm gonna do better, and you know, how about I'll go brush my teeth. You know what I mean? I'll go brush my teeth, and then maybe I'll go journal for a little bit. You know, journal about my day and how much time I wasted. And then tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll get back on my habits. That's what it is. That's like, you're actually really closer to success. You're really close to success when you get to that point of when you fall off, because at that point, you get to that point of resistance. You can either choose to push past it, or you can choose to, like, just, you know, stay the same. So every time you choose to push past, like, you get to that lazy day, the next day you get back on it, you're improving yourself, you know, because the person who just plays video games all the time, if they fall off, they're just going to stay the same, right? But you're different now, you know, because you're on the self-improvement. So it's time to change your mindset. You're like, all right, I'm the person who, if I fall off, I'm going to get back up, you know what I mean? You just got to keep getting back up and getting back up and getting back on it. And you got to start to see yourself in a more positive light. You know, you got to start to see yourself, I'm a loser or whatever, right? But I'm a loser who's constantly getting better. You know, I'm slowly getting better. Every day I'm doing more and more. Every day I'm learning more. My mindset's improving. My health's improving. You know, you got to have that positive mindset. And honestly, if you do this, and if you keep this positive mindset, you will supercharge your self-improvement. I started this journey when I was in 8th grade, which is middle school, and I'm in high school now. I'm about to graduate, and in like 4 or 5 years of self-improvement, I've made the most improvement in this last year, in this last couple of months even, because I started to change my mindset and the positive self-talk. Because for a long time, it would always be the same thing where I watch these motivational videos and then I'm like, all right, what's we gonna do today? I write this huge list of all the productive habits I'm gonna do, and I do it for one day. I do it for a couple of days, do it for a week, during the summer. That's what I always do. I was always trying to get up. I was up and down like this, right? And then I would do it and I would fail, and then I would be like, man, I suck. I hate myself. I don't know what's going on. And I just keep doing the same thing, and I wouldn't make any real progress, And I did make some progress. I made some progress in some areas, but for the most part, I kind of stayed the same, and I kept the bad habits. But most recently, I was talking to someone, a mentor of mine. He was just telling me, man, you got to just start changing your mindset and the way you say things. And honestly, it's made all the difference. And I've, once I started to change the self-talk, I was finally able to quit Fortnite, quit video games, something I've been doing for many, many years. And I was able to go to the gym and start being consistent. And I started to see some real progress. Like, I used to be a skinny guy, but now I'm not skinny, and it's kind of crazy. I started to make some real life progress, like to that point where you say, wow, man, my life has definitely changed from self-improvement. And it had before, but right now it's been like even a lot more improvement in a short amount of time. And it was all because of the way I started to see myself. I started to see myself as a young Adonis. So there's you guys probably know Hamza. He's a popular self-improvement YouTuber, and Adonis is like this perfect man. So every day I just say to myself, I'm slowly becoming more and more like Adonis, or I'm a young Adonis. Things are kind of tough right now, but I'm slowly getting there. I'm working there. I'm figuring things out. And when you do that, your brain kind of does a lot of stuff on its own. Like you ever just like walk around whatever, and you have like a problem to solve. Or you're writing an essay or something, and then you're just living your life and get an idea for that essay, or a video idea, or an art idea, whatever is going on, because your brain is always working on in the background, So when I'm saying I'm becoming a young Adonis, or I'm slowly turning into this perfect man, I'm slowly making progress, Every day I'm getting better. When I say that, my brain's like, okay, every day I'm getting better, every day. So I come back the next day and I'm a bit stronger. I realize the habits are a bit easier. I'm more mindful. I'm more this, I'm more that. I start to see it, And it's like stuff I didn't even do, I just said I'm getting better, and now my brain's just making all this stuff easier for me. So again, if you want to supercharge your self-improvement, start working on your self-image, man. You really got to start changing this, because if you don't, your self-image is going to be pretty much what society has, or what your family has given upon you, and most times that's not always good, because if it was good, you probably wouldn't be watching this video on self-improvement. You'd probably be living your life, But if you really are, uncomfortable with where you are, and you really want to get more in your life, out of your life, and be more, you have to start changing the way you see yourself. And if you do that, I promise you, it's going to be way, way easier to get what you want. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It is I, Dale the Legend, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. See you. I gotta come up with some kind of endings for these videos, something that's like unique and special, We'll figure it out. See you.